Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Cass, MUFC, Cass, put it together. Guess what it spells? You work that one out in case I get demonetized because of a bad word or limited, shall I say. Anyways, there's quite a lot to get through. Funny enough. Anyways, as you're in here, as you're just joining, even if you're watching back, smash the likes, do all that good stuff. Yeah, this is going to be something new where we go live a little bit later at night. So there's going to be like an afternoon stream and a late night stream. So trying to cater to any audience as much as possible, I suppose. And it's got to be with graft. There we are, man. But look, we've got to talk about some absolute prats. You work out which message is more stupid. Paul Scholes, whether it's about changing system and not really knowing if the manager's basically got the minerals and the overlap. Or the next one is question if you'd rather take Pogba back or not. Stupid. You work out which one is more stupid. Up to you lot. And then we go further along. We'll work out if it's more stupid that Jamie Jackson is still a credible journalist. Credible. That people actually lap up. But we'll talk about it. Amorim's warning, as they say. Talking about how much funds he's got to have in the summer. Limited. Without no context either. Limited funds. Oh, this guy's not going to be able to do much because Man United can't spend. Look at their January. Jamie Jackson's a fool alongside Alex Crook. There's a good reason why his last name is Crook. Long story short, we already know the situation. We already know what's going to happen. There's about 10 players leaving. Whoop-de-doo. Then there's obviously lots of rumors about, Amorim's targets. We spoke about Kenda. So that's one thing. So we'll get more into that. And there's obviously these, it's that time of year, when the January transfer window finishes and then the soft rumors start coming about. And it's all about Manchester United and the striker. Which striker is the number one? And I think it's getting quite obvious at this point. And if we don't get him, there's more mud on our faces. And there's obviously flirting with the idea of Pogba coming back as well. I think there's probably a discussion which was obviously held. We spoke about last week, right? Pog back to back. So, anyways, there's a lot of them situations going about. You've got Rio Ferdinand practically begging Pogba to come and return, get back into training. But again, that's not down to like saying, "Oh, come train with us," and or ask or whatever. It's pretty much down to the manager. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of links of that pretty much within what is it? There's 28 days, right? In the next 3 to 4 weeks before he's allowed to return to absolute football, finally, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of that. Rashford as well. Funny old game, isn't it? We talk about option to buy, all of that good stuff, And then before you know it, this guy doesn't even want to sign for Villa. So all that work to put in a buy option just to say, by the way, I don't want to sign for Villa. I'm just here to because I've had no other choice. But I want Barcelona. So we could have a long summer. Potentially, we could have a long summer. We're trying to get rid of Rashford once again. Funny old game called Manchester United, Such a shit show. Honestly. Only us. Nobody else. But that doesn't mean that it's true. But we'll talk about it. And then obviously we got prats like Mark Goldemort as well, trying to make a video. Oh, I'll never sell off to the Glazers and do what we need to do. Yada, yada. Why they're never going to leave. Shut your mouth. Anyways, big up, Dan. Nice to see you in the building nice and late. I know you can't always make all the streams, so big up yourself. I know you watch back as well. Cookmeister, the Mark II show, big up yourself as well. Elite Baller. Abdi as well, big up yourself. Big up Country Bob. Oh, that's Big Country. You're not even Country Bob. Is that the same Country Bob and Big Country? You two the same or you two different? Because you both support Liverpool. Rashford is we don't need to resort to that. Rashford thinks he can go to Barcelona. Broski is Birmingham loaner to you. It's such a mess, man. Oh, it is you. Oh, big up. Big up Binyam as well. Let's dive straight into it, yeah. So I'm going to get up the quote right now as we speak. Again, whoop-de-doo. Your boy Cass has not exactly got it all on hand, with all these quotes. You'd think I'd have these already. Nah, man, this is more of a freestyle. But yeah, if you didn't know, Tyrell Molasses left the club. If people didn't know, so breaking. Terrell Malacia to PSV. Here we go. It's a loan move with his salary covered until June. There is a buy option included worth 10 million euros. Did you hear that, guys? How is only Manchester United could buy someone for 12 million pounds, had him at a decent age, and still lose money on him? It's only a few million. It's not the point, though, isn't it? But the other part is we do have a 30% sell-on clause, a part of the deal. So it's not like it's all doom and gloom. You could literally make your money back. And I'm pretty sure he's young enough to make another move. He's a good player. He just doesn't suit the system, which is fair enough. But it's all done. You know, Dorgu's set to play against Leicester on Friday. Weird time to play a game, isn't it? Of course, it's going to be Manchester United on a Friday to play. But then look, I've got some of these other quotes as well from Laurie Whitwell. We'll get onto that part. And then, where's this thing about Rashford as well? This is just stupid. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I can just scroll the way down. It's just going to come up as a quote. Jamie Jackson is just, you know. And then you got, you know, the negative part of the fan base. Oh, this club can't even sign Matthias Tell. What's wrong with this club? But then waste about money. Talk about money that's going to get wasted. Stupid. I can't stand it. Honestly, it does my head in. Nothing more. Oh my God, the things I'm reading right now. Yeah, the things I'm reading right now is crazy. Here we go, Jamie Jackson. Here we go, even more stuff. Whoop-de-doo, yeah. Oh God, this is absolute stupidness. I don't know why he's even, you know what it is? It's like, why do people listen to things that no one's ever got right? I just don't understand it. It's kind of just, at this point, it's just all made up. It's all fake news. You know, I might have to make a title for tomorrow calling out all the fake news. It's crazy. And even then, look, he's on, oh my God. Let's not even get into it. It's just going to get on my nerves. But anyways, long story short, Rashford thinks he's going to go play for Barcelona in the summer. I mean, he might have some suitors if he starts banging in some goals, though, isn't it? So, but yeah. But earlier, another one from Jamie Jackson, you know, and I don't think it's unknown to Manchester United, yeah, that United will have limited funds like last year, right? Like last year, in the summer, we get told that, you know, the manager's going to get what he wants, Ineos, you know, all of this stuff, kept Ten Hag. There's not going to be enough money. And then all of a sudden, we're working on deals, departures and stuff to buy, which I actually agreed with. What I don't understand is now we've got fan bases up in Raw against one another yet again. You know, that good feel factor when a new manager comes through the door and, you know, it's not going the way it wants. It's like, yeah, we should just get rid. Can't win. Honestly, you can't win. There's so many agendas out there, including my own. Because remember, you have to take accountability. Everyone has their own agendas, right? And you just try to debunk it as much as possible, right? And it's like, shock news, shock value. After transfer window, let me just go put out on the news that United have limited funds this summer. No shit. Because there is limited funds this summer. I don't think it takes a flipping scientist or a brainiac to work that one out. Yeah. We've got so many players leaving that there'll be so much funds available regardless. We could do the maths. So let's debunk it right now. Casemiro. Oh, we've done this earlier. I don't even know why I'm even wasting my time even doing this again. But I feel like I have to. You know, Amorim's transfer warning. Oh, yeah, let's talk about it then. Yeah. By the way, he can only have about £100 million in the kitty. Great. Shock value. We need to get rid of scrubs. Oh, my God. Didn't realize. Anyways, is there an organized? I've heard that there's an organized protest, but guess what, Kev? They're all going to protest, and guess what? They're all going to take their seats on Friday as well. None of them are going home or abandoning the game. So what's the point? No point. Not like they did against Liverpool. They haven't got the bollocks to do it again. There is money. Why is there money? I'll tell you why there's money again. For people that didn't catch it, by the way, I'm eating all sweets. Yeah. Simple as that, yeah, is the fact. Ericsson's leaving. That's 150 grand gone per week. Whatever. We can talk. We got one. If not now that everyone's left, did you not know that Man United's got the lowest wage out of every other top 6 clubs? They want to put that one in the news. Why don't they put that on the news? Why does United Stand talk about that? Why doesn't anyone talk about that? United have cut down so much on their, you know, their wages, right? Unnecessary wages now. It's not of a praise. You have to get guys like Swedish Rumble who does things like in business just to work this stuff out and put threads together so it can get some sort of traction out there. You don't see these other guys like MSI Douglas and whatnot trying to push this narrative because it doesn't suit their agenda. And the thing is, I'm not scared to criticize the manager. I'm not even scared to criticize Ineos, but I don't like idiots. And I don't like that way it's scaremongering the fan base to think that that I feel like these people don't know what they're doing. How on earth, yeah, do you bring in footballing people into a club to say, you know what, they don't know what they're doing? And what are we meant to believe that Omar Barada don't know what he's doing? Jason Wilcox doesn't know what he's doing. The rest of the crew that they put in place don't know what they're doing. They're all under one banner, So again, we've all asked for footballing people. And yes, there's a bit of revisionism. Of course, we all wish that we could have got Qataris in because then we wouldn't even be in this position potentially. All this money situation would have been cleared up. But guess what? The crown jewel of England is not allowed to go to Arabs. It's as simple as that. That's why they give it to flipping the richest billionaire English that they've got. And that's why they gave it to Ratcliffe. It's so obvious, yeah? Because they would allow it for any other club, just not Man United. Crown jewel in that. So anyways, whether you want to trust the back end of Man United, that's up to you. I'm not saying you're right, you're wrong. I think everyone has a right to support how they want to support and be angry how they want to be. But I'm just here to shed some light, right? If you believe that we won't have money to spend in summer, I think we do. But again, we always talk about smart signings because we get pissed off about stupid signings, like potentially signing Matthias Tel on an obligation to buy for 50 million. Because guess what? If Ed Wood was in charge, we would have paid 60 million for him as an obligation. We would have got him in January, 100%. And it would have probably put ourselves back in credit facility of debt because guess what? That's what the Glazers did. How can someone come in like Ineos and sort it all out? Yes, they don't have all the money in the world. They want to do it a little bit differently. Fair dues. It's going to take some time. We're just not used to losing as much as we are. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest with me to you lot. Amorim has to start winning some games. I'm not an idiot. As much as I can see something, we as a fan base, we need to start winning some games. Yeah, on the bounce. We've got like a difficult kind of spell-ish coming up. But Leicester, Tottenham away, whatever Europa League game comes up, whatever next FA Cup game comes up, Ipswich, you've got to be winning all those games before the Arsenal game as well. Because Arsenal's going to be at home. That's going to be a difficult game, but it might suit us because it's a bigger side and we can play the way we want to play. So for me, right now, Amorim needs to get his shit together, stop with these stupid experiments like Cobby up front, and start playing players in their correct positions and where we will actually get some footballers playing some football. Because you can rotate it, don't get me wrong, but just don't be a donut. That's my whole point. There it is. But anyways, look, I'm going to debunk it. Look, Casemiro's going to definitely go. We all know this. He's gone. I don't think he'll go for a hefty fee. He'll have a year left on his contract, probably 15, 20 million. He'll be gone. All those wages gone. That means there's a pool of money there. Ericsson, 150 grand. Got him for free anyways. Didn't lose out money. Going to be gone. Malas is going to kill it at PSV. PSV are a very good side. They'll end up buying him. He's gone. Freed up space. Yeah. We'll keep going along and to keep working out some of these players. Remind me as well, I don't think one of those strikers are going to end up staying at Manchester United. I don't know who gets sacrificed to the gods. Could be Højlund, could be Xerxes, but one of them don't stay. Simple as that. And there's going to be space. So we're talking about squad space here. And the other one, who else is there as well? There's so many different players I can name. I'm trying to think in my head who else is leaving. I'm pretty sure Garnacho, I don't know what his time's going to be like. But trust me, this saga has not ended. This saga with Chelsea, Napoli, and whatever club that wants to come in for him in the summer, your price tag probably remains what you want. And you know what? You're going to get what you want. So people who love Garnacho, he's finished. He's gone. It's going to move on. Because that Garnacho money could be used for Mateus Cunha for 62.5 million as he's got a new release clause active this summer. So that's just, again, speculation at its finest. I think it's just an easy move. Angel Gomez, easy move. I'm pretty sure Anthony's gone. I don't know if there's an option or whatever, but his days are finished. As long as he keeps performing at Real Betis, he's in the Conference League as well, by the way. The Conference League is garbage. So if you want to talk about someone who can stat pad a lot of these performances, he can go do that in that competition. He's already got a man of the match, off to a flying start, a pre-assist, if you want to call it that. Off you go, mate. Lindelof, off you go, mate. You're finished. You're done. Maguire is gone the next year. Bruno Fernandes, if I'm correct, might be gone the following year. it's finished. It's done. You can start actually planning properly. So there's going to be a lot of space to work out a lot of stuff. So this whole thing, this scaremongering the United fan base, because it's so easy for clicks. This is what it is. You're going to get a lot of this from now until the summer about United's wage. United's bill. United's how much it's going to spend. You're going to see 100 million, 150 million, 200 million war chest. Trust me. It's a fine game with us. But one thing that we do know is that we're trying to get Quenda. Sorry, his name's Quenda. We're trying to get Quenda. So I think the whole thing is like the whole wing-back situation looks like it's going to get sorted now. When have we ever known Manchester United to get business done early for the summer? You want to get your number one targets. Remember Louis van Gaal? Yeah. When he left Manchester United, he came out and criticized the board. He kept saying, I didn't get my first, second, or even third choice most of the time. They gave me my fourth choice or fifth choice. And that was the issue, United, even back then. And now we're trying to work on our first choices or second ones. Yeah. And the other one, obviously, is just the rumors that keep sparking. And I'm gonna put my neck on the line here, yeah. And I think there's only one man that Amorim wants, and we're gonna get linked to Ignacio as well, because that's obvious now that Martinez is out injured until the summer. Gyökeres is 100%. This guy's number one. And if we want to do anything respectful this year, you're gonna have to win some games, mate. Because at the end of the day, Chelsea's top target is inside that is obviously Gyökeres and also Delap and whatnot. On top of everyone else that wants a striker in the world is going to be looking at that man thinking, oh, 65 million. We need to go and raid Sporting QuickTime. And they're going to quickly liken it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a comment, oh, but, Ten Hag done that with Ajax. But he got the wrong ones from Ajax. He got Anthony for 80 million. Absolutely horrendous. Yeah? And he's got all other players that he's ever played for under him in some shape, way, or form. Who else did he come from? Lisandro Martinez. In hindsight, decent signing, but overall, in hindsight, again, because that's the new buzzword, probably won't work in the end. He'll get phased out. But I do like the player of Lisandro Martinez. I think he's quality. I'm actually annoyed that he's out, because how are we going to ball progress? We're going to have to rely on Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw to stay fit, to get some ball progression on. And he ain't got a pass like Lisandro, but he's more fast. He can cover a lot more ground until he breaks down. So yeah, man, look, Quanda's not done. They keep changing their price tags in their mind and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure this is already like, I looked at a lot of it, and it's like Laurie Whitwell. It's already come out. And I think it's a lot of PR spin. I think people need to understand as well, when stuff doesn't go United's way, when we've got a loss, when there might be a potential signing not going who we thought that we was going to go get, there's always some sort of news to put a buzz on top of another buzz. We got Dorgu, and the first thing that came out for us, and maybe even I might have fallen for it a little bit, is that they put straight away, you know what, we're working on the deal in the summer for Quenda. We was already linked to Quenda about 4 months ago, so I could say, no, sorry, 3 months before that, when Amorim was going to join even before, somebody he's going to want to take over, he's going to need a specialist, right? Quenda makes sense. So you can kind of base reports, no smoke without fire. So you keep basing and basing and basing. And in the end, you could probably say, you know what? You could probably put 2 and 2 together. You don't need a journalist to come out and tell you that. It's not going to be dumb to not piece this information together. Like Tyler Dibbling, I'll guarantee he's one on the list. Quenda's probably another one on the list. That right-hand side for a more of a flary attacking type wing back, there's only a handful that you could probably think of in the world that could probably fit that position in the first place. For me, I wouldn't even go to Quenda. I wouldn't even go for Quenda. I would go straight for Tyler Dibbling. I think Dibbling can obviously do the 10, but obviously Quenda's more of a take-on man. But I think you should go down the Premier League proven route. Not someone that's going to come in that's got time to gel. Because basically, when you deep it, people, right? When you deep it, we're going through another rebuild. We've already written off this season, which we probably shouldn't have, because I think there's still stuff to win, right? And this is the second half of the season, and Amorim needs to prove that he's the man as well. You need to get something out of these lot, because you can't keep losing home game after home game after home game, right? But you need to prove that. You don't even need to write it off completely, because when you deep for next season, you're going to go get this youngster, maybe that player. And basically you're saying, well, you're writing off that season as well, because you're not going to win the league. So that's that. But are you going to even have a good time, or are you going to be good enough yet? Because it's a whole speculation. Are you can even get into the top 4 and make sure you establish yourself as a Champions League side before you can go and challenge? See, that's another step. It's a lot. It's a lot with United. It's kind of annoying as well because you have to. I don't really like to respond to people that want to be consistently negative and have a negative outlook on United, like when there's so much going on. But I don't mind when it's fair, constructive, negative, like negative energy. Like I'm negative at times. I'm kind of being negative now, but it doesn't mean you can't be negative. Like it's okay. You have to use both because there's positive and there's positive toxicity, there's negative toxicity, and then there's the fine margins of in the middle because you got to be balanced with it all, and you got a reason. So yeah, we're always linked with all different sorts of players. But I think with Quenda, that's obviously looking like that's the top number one. But we got told, remember, let's debunk it now. We also got told Tyler Dibbling was another one. Not even 2-3 weeks ago, before 2 weeks prior. Actually, how about this? Before their old manager even got sacked. So again, we have got to debunk some of this stuff. And then obviously Gyökeres, this link ain't going away. I think the reason why we didn't bother going for like Osimhen for the striking role, or maybe another striker that might have been available, like a Vlahovic. People will know Vlahovic. It's kind of easy. It's easy to pinpoint. If you're someone like Ruben Amorim, I think you're fed up with trying to teach these bums how to play or what to do. So you're going to go for what you know. And I think Gyökeres would welcome a move as well. It'd be good kind of like for his career. But it would be hard to convince the man as well to say, you know what? Come back, come help us. If you're not in like established competitions or you haven't bought X, Y, and Z players. Players do look at other players, Which players have you bought? Am I going to be starving? Is it going to be a graveyard shift? Gyökeres is easily the number one target. Laurie Whitwell already said beforehand as well, because we can only go off what journos say, is United's first number one target as soon as they go into the summer, which what I'm going to hold them accountable to, is a striker. Number one priority. Number one priority. So Gyökeres has got to be on the top of that list. You can't say no to a £65 million proven goal scorer because he does get goals. Will he fit in the Prem? I don't give a crap if he does. Any striker you think you're going to get, oh, go get me Delap. Oh, Delap looks like an old school Premier League Barclays man. Yeah, he does. But guess what? He plays for Ipswich. He's never even played in like football in the flipping, what's it called, in Europe, mate. We don't even know if he's going to land. That's my whole thing. You can't keep denying. You can't keep denying players that just naturally score goals and got good finish. You got to supply it. Supply and demand. I don't know if I hate these flavor of the months or flavor of the seasons. I need to see again. It's difficult because then we're going back to like potential. It's so annoying. Let me see what some of you lot are saying here. Cass, I think our biggest problem is not scoring goals. Once we get in good attackers, our season will look different. Look, George, I'm with you on that part. Our outlets are the wing backs. They are meant to be our width. They're meant to like do a lot, right? I hear it, but we don't have that. We do actually create chances. They are kind of limited as well. I have to admit they are limited, but we never put them in the back of the net. And my whole thing is just putting it in the back of the net. Just put it in the back of the net. Number one priority is sell half of this team. Exactly. They've got to go. We have his former manager who helped him be prolific, Einstein. I don't even think that's towards me. That's towards MBR, isn't it? Gyökeres going Man United over the 5 other clubs wanting him. You never know, though, innit? Because you can't say never. Because, well, Man City's not going to want him. Barcelona can't afford him. I don't think they're going to go try and get him anyways. The only club that I think that's going to be really in for him is probably Chelsea and Arsenal. I don't think no other club. Liverpool, maybe. I don't know. Maybe, in it. I just don't see it. Bring Gyökeres. The guy makes his own chances. That's what world-class players do. I think my whole thing with Gyökeres is, though, the only reservation I'm going to put towards him is I've never really seen him play against a low block. I've seen him always play against teams that play high lines, a lot of space in behind. He presses really well, though. He's strong and he's got good ball striking ability and he's in the box at the right time. So it's just, I'm a big fan of that. Big up again, Cass, mate. Big up Adam, mate. Gyökeres, Quenda, and Inacio. We keep getting linked with Inacio. I used to be a huge fan of his, but I feel like now that Heaven's come in the ranks, I don't think Inacio's got, and he's got number 26. I don't really see how we go for a left centre back. Martinez will be back. Let me see. He'll be back by like August, July, in my guesses. So yeah, he's gonna, and by then his position is going to be obviously taken by somebody. Yeah, I've seen a lot of this diligent as well. The revisionism on aid, like on Wan-Bissaka, he can do this and that. People forget how bad this guy's at the back post. And sometimes when it comes to actually playing against low blocks, the guy's useless. And I don't even want to see this guy in build up. He's so unorthodox. Big up Sean. It doesn't make sense. Quende is for right wing back, Dibbling for right 10. Or both. Yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't go for both, maybe. But I'm looking at Cunha. More so, I'm looking at Cunha. Like, Dibbling would be definitely a profile I would love. Him and Cunha would solve our tens. But we got to, remember, we got to think about, as much as we're chasing Cunha, like, I think Angel Gomez is still on the agenda. And it makes me wonder, like, obviously, you got Ahmad. I don't care about this, or what about the progression of this player? No, you fight for your position, mate. But for me, it's more along the lines of Angel Gomez is free. That left half space, kind of, like that kind of area, he can pretty much play in any of those positions, right? Pretty progressive player. I feel like because he's free, that someone like United will like literally, they'll throw themselves at that chance because the fact that he's free. I mean, you can't really knock a Tyler Dibbling. Who says you can't get Tyler Dibbling and a Quenda? If Tyler Dibbling gets relegated, his worth might be like, what, 25, 30 million? Could be 40 million. So it might be even out of reach. There'll be a lot of teams that are in for him. I think Newcastle will be one to watch for him. There'll be a lot of teams that want this guy. It'll be some difficult competition. That's for sure. Bring me Howson. He has a release clause in the summer. I saw Chelsea linked with him. Again, you know what? I wouldn't say no to it. I wouldn't say no to it. He looks like a good central centre back that can play right centre back as well. I wouldn't say no to it. Again, a bit like the strikers though. Look, a little bit of flavour of the month, flavour of the year. If I'm gonna go get like a defender, I feel like I need experience a little bit. You've got Kokonki. Who knows what's happening with this guy? You got now Heaven. You bought him, let him land, right? So you don't need to go and get another one. Then you got Yoro. You got 3 youngsters. Then you've got Maguire, De Ligt, and I'm going to guess Mazraoui is going to be used as the other one. And then, of course, you still got Lissandro. So there's going to be 7 defenders. As you would, there'll be 5 choice defenders if you're playing in the back 4. With back 6, you're going to have 7. So, again, I can see Kokonki probably going out on loan and then Heaven staying in and, developing that way. So I think the 6 is kind of like there. I don't think you need to look at the defense too much because if you do bring in height and the rest of it, everything will come along the way it needs to. I think we need to be really focused on we need to be focused on who's going to get us goals and get, Glynios going to build a 100k stadium, not to fill it in the championship. Oh, here we go. Good old Casper. What do you say, Jack? Did Jack say something? Can we all agree Bruno can't be starting next season? I feel like he's shoehorning him in because he's the captain. This is why I love this community. You know that you lot might hate sometimes what I might say, yeah, but someone finally sees it the way I see it. Someone finally sees it that he's not a midfielder. But the thing is, right now, he's probably one of the better players that we've got in terms of because we need to create. I hear it. I'm not against it. Right now, he's going into my starting 11 from what I can think, right? But he can't be playing next season. He needs to get phased out. If there's a player that I'm looking at needs to be getting phased out next year, it's got to be Bruno Fernandes. If you're bringing in 2 10s potentially, a Cunha, an Angel Gomez, you've got Kobe Mainu, whoever's going to go in there 8, whether it's Edison if you go and chase him or an Angelo Steeler, I don't know who it may be. He can't be starting as many games as you think he can. Physically, he's already regressing anyways, but he would be a good impact player off the bench. I'm not going to deny that. And I feel like he needs to pass on the reins to someone because it's just, we're never going to win anything major while this guy starts. We don't cater to one of this. This man's a striker. If you wanted to play anyone's striker, yeah, the other day, it was probably him. But I think Cheeto needs a loan. I think he's too young, man. I'm going to be honest. He's too young. I mean, I say that, but Hoyland's a scrub anyways. But then all of a sudden, Cheeto has, 2, 3 bad performances. And then you know what the fan base is like. You know what rivals are like. It will do it to you. They do it to your own club. They're going to be hounding him. It's not going to do well for his confidence, is it? They're going to write him off straight away. We can't, the number 9 position as we speak, it can't be someone that's learning their trade. You need someone that's going to get you goals no matter what. There's no point even playing him this season. But it'd be a good time to develop. The this is what I say about this prat called Mark. You know, when I call him Goldemort, yeah, Mark Goldemort. You know, it's like, let me know what's more of a stupid comment. You know, bringing back Paul Pogba, who would instantaneously be our best midfielder, yeah, by a long shot, even if it's for for half a year, 6 months, or whatever. Obviously, what's the other one as well? There's Pogba. There was the stuff about Paul Scholes' comments, and then about what he said about, you know, changing the system and all this garbage, because, you know, ex-pros are the experts that everyone looks towards, even though it's like they're so out of touch. It's unreal. Honestly, it must be an age thing. And then obviously the other one is like turn to the kids. He's actually against saying turn to the kids. Turn on the kid. Don't use the kids. What more? I know the thing is, I just said, yeah, we need points. But I don't think these senior players are getting us points. Now, I don't think you should be using kids in the spine of the team, even though it's practically empty anyways. Yeah. But, you know, you've got to start looking to these Harry Amases or Bantantos or, you know, I don't know, Heaven or Kokong. I don't know, but something that's got a bit of youthful energy about it for us fans to get behind. You know, if you're going to technically write off the season in the Prem, start, you know what? You might as well start some of these, you might as well start developing some of these. It's just honestly so deluded and this is just something I can't get behind. It's just insane. It's insane. Who's gonna really? I mean, look. It's a good debate if you'd bring Pogba back or not, and it's up to you entirely. But if it's on a free, if he's gonna play for 2.5 months for players to learn off of, yeah, because he is so gifted. Who's this? He's so gifted, yeah. And again, you talk about long passing range, what Amorim likes. He wants a playmaker, right? Whether you want him more in the 10, driving the ball, or because he's getting a bit older or whatever, you know, you might want to play him how he plays with Bruno. Who better than Paul Pogba right now on a free? Because who really wants to be watching Eriksen to technically trying to do that job, or Bruno doing that job? Oh, he's been out of football for a long time, but so was Tonali. Tonali came back on a bang. It's mental. Would you take Kudus for one of the number 100%, 100%, Adam, in a heartbeat? Are you mad? Ahmad, shift to wing back, put him in that right 10. But the thing is, we're not going to put 80 million up for that release clause. No chance. That's wishful thinking. Fact, start betting the kids. What would you lot do? Would you start playing the kids, you lot? Would you just say, you know what? Here's a few kids. Can't be anything worse than Delo. We've got a left-sided problem right there. Luke Shaw, is it even worth playing him? You know, and maybe even like I don't know, someone that can play midfield. Would you know, Toby Collins already in there? You know, maybe a wing back, another wing back, a different one. What really is the answer? Really, the only Bruno replacement I can think of are Musiala and Wirtz, but I don't see that happening. I see them at Marseille and Madrid. We need to just make our own. That's what I think, Elite. I think we just need to make our own. You know, there's a lot more Musialas and Wirtz out there, but guess where they come from? They come from academies. They get played, they get given chances, and guess what? They thrive. Kids in the Prem, pros in the Cups in Europa. Exactly. I'm with you, Rusty. I'm with you all the way there. You cannot play a high line with Maguire. He lacks pace and awareness. Thank you, Abdi. Again, someone who sees it for what it is. You cannot play attacking possession-based football with Agate. Bench both of them next season. I think Agate's got his limits, 100%, but I don't think he's helped out by the fact that we don't have nothing going forward at the same time. Like, you look at our wing-backs, right? Like, this is me doing a little bit more of Agate prop, right? Agate's job is literally defend and do your job. The other part is the other centre mid's the one that's meant to progress the ball, right? But the thing is, when you've got Delo and Mazraoui, have you ever seen when we've got our two midfielders, yeah? Let's say our two midfielders are here. Let's say this is our defensive line. Defensive line's across here. Two midfielders right here. The thing is with our two wing backs, they should be here or in line, but they're already backwards. They're not even in front of the midfielders because they're so passive. They don't know where to naturally be. I don't know if it's a tactical thing, but why are you behind the midfielders? Be in front of the midfielders. It's more positive. You create angles and triangles. Everyone knows, if anyone's played normal football from any level, you already know about triangles, angles. Because if you're going to play backwards, that means one of the 10s has to shift inside. It's just all disjointed, man. I think it's a political thing. I think if you mess up the dressing room, you've got to because the captain's annoyed. I think that's it, man. You've lost the dressing room in it. United is already one of the youngest squads in England. Next year will be the youngest team in the league. Maybe it depends who we go and acquire. We do need to like drop the level of I think of the age, anyways. But at the same time, you need to keep a lot of experience. Look, you look at what's experience going to definitely stay next year. Yeah, Anana's one. He's not going nowhere. He's going to be one of the older heads. Bruno Maguire, one of the older heads. The Ligt is very experienced. Got more experience there. Who else there? Mazraoui is quite experienced. So there's another like good age. Who else is there as well? I might be struggling after this, people, by the way. So you might have to help me out. Do you know what I mean? You might have to help me out. So there might be a couple extra that I've just forgotten that might be on the bench. But the whole point is there's enough older lot there. There's enough people that have won a few trophies at least. That do you know what I mean? So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I don't agree with buying 18-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds. Fuck all of that. This is why I look at the Cunhas of the world. Angel Gomez, they're of good ages. They're 25 years of age. They're ready to go. You know, we don't need to. We know what they're capable of. You know, I think the only time you can be youthful right now is probably the wing backs. You don't need experience at wing backs. You need energy. You need energy and someone that's going to do a job and just knows their role completely. It's not a mad specialist role, but at the same time, you just got to be confident. And that's what I think we lack. And I think even then, you can probably use one of the young bucks in the 10s. You can use a youngster maybe somewhere in the defense. But I think next season, if we're not going to get a proper centre back, which I don't think we will, we need to start shoehorning, Euro into that central centre back area. Because I'm actually in belief, get Euro League Premier League experience. Welcome to the Premier League. This is what it's going to be, and this is how it's going to. This is how it is. You're going to have to play him there. You're going to have to play a left centre back, right? Whoever it is, it could be even Mazraoui. It might not even be a left footer. I think it's going to be, but it might not. It could be Heaven or whoever. And on the other side, you know, because I like the progression where you either play Delict or you play Mazraoui. It's as simple as that. But the thing is, if you use Euro and then Heaven, then all of a sudden you've got no experience. That line is literally potential. Now there's an issue. So that's why I would say Euro, Delict, Mazraoui for me is our best line. And I'll keep making sure Euro's in the center because he's got the best passing. When it comes to the channels, Delict's fine. Delict's fine for me. I think I prefer him maybe on the left a little bit more. But Mazraoui looks like he's more comfortable on that side with both feet. So I'm all for it. So that's my whole thing. I don't want to play Maguire because we dropped too deep. I want to get up the pitch. At least with all three of these, they've got relatively decent pace and they've got decent recoveries. And if you get good enough midfielders, all of a sudden their jobs become less and less and less. And they got to focus on their 1v1s. And obviously, if you get wing backs, then you've got a lot of cover coming backwards. Look how slow the low is or Mazraoui is when they play wing back trying to come backwards. They're so slow at it. But for me right now I'm putting Collier and Agate in the middle for now because it's the only thing that's gonna save us. And again, be prepared because you know, as Jamie Jackson says, you know, allegedly, it probably is going to be true that Rashford's not going to sign for Villa. So we're going to have another transfer saga about what's happening with Rashford. We're going to have a lot of these people saying, "Oh, watch the comp," and I was crying. Oh, I was crying. I can't believe it. Average 8 goals a season. I can't believe we're letting go Rashford. He's one of our better players when all these guys stink. Crying over another man. Crying over another man that's not that good at football. Are you mad? Oh, Rashford. Oh, what am I going to do about you, Rashford? I shedded a tear when I watched the compilation of you banging in 20 goals in one season. Oh, my God. Stat pad in Europa. Flipping hell, man. Get a grip of yourself, mate. Crying over a guy that averages 8 goals a season. Fuck me, man. Oh, honestly, they act like this guy's flipping Rooney or Ronaldo or he's generational. I'm just thinking only our fan base glorifies this bullshit. Milenkovic. Oh, he was what was he, a 12 million pickup? I swear I liked it. You know what? I clocked him from Football Manager. He would have been perfect, but nah, we don't have that. Unfortunately, now he's going to be worth an absolute bomb. Can you imagine we got Murillo instead, the left footer? Big up Alfie, keep up doing the live videos. Yeah, so look, it's up. I don't know if notifications work with you guys, right? But I'm gonna try and do lives. I think maybe bar Friday because I'm quite busy on Fridays. Technically, I'm quite busy. I'm usually with my other half in it. Like I'm on date night basically, and whatnot. But if I'm free, it's like bar Fridays. weekdays, I'm gonna go live at like tomorrow. I'll be live at 1:30, or 1 o'clock ish. I'm just gonna get out the way because there's football going on and it's just whatever. I'm gonna do an extra stream on Never a Foul as well, doing a reaction for the Arsenal game. So I'm gonna be live at like that time, and then maybe 6 o'clock, and then beyond that, every day is pretty much gonna be like a 3:15, and then like an 11 o'clock show or 10:45, something along them lines. So I'm gonna get 2 lives out every day as much as I can. Obviously, Saturday's a little bit more difficult. It's my day just like, no, I just want to stay in bed till the 12:30 kickoff. Please let me rest. And then Sundays, I just need to be a little bit more consistent. I might run up something in the morning, but if not, it'll be something later, like videos are going to be out. And then, yeah, I'm going to try even push out some videos. What do you lot want? That's the bear. Like, you don't listen to my voice. I get pissed off in my own voice. I hear myself sometimes. I can't stand it. Surprised some of you saying, "Oh, why are you talking like that? Why do you talk like that?" I might even start doing videos in the morning. I talked to Alice. You know, I think a lot of you are subscribed to Alice. I see her drop some videos, and I get all obvious. And then I've got like Lee Gunner. He's like, mate, just go live. So this whole thing is just getting motivation just to do more and more and more. And then Alice drops videos in the morning. Sometimes she goes live, and I see what she does a little bit, and I feel like, I can see what a lot of people are starting to do. They give their opinion pieces about what they feel on a subject rather than just like talking on news all the time. Because I do news on how I feel, obviously, on streams, but in the mornings I'm trying to think, I could probably let out like maybe a pre-record of some sort. I'm not too sure yet, but I try cater to it. It's difficult to keep up with, especially when I've got like flipping how many panels to sort out per day, and people's like, I'm available, I'm not available. Can you jump in? Can you not jump in? It's just long. Name your team for next season. You want to know my team? As long as you lot do your team. My team for next season is right now, no goalkeeper, bun all of them. Yoro at central centre back. The rest of them, Delict, cool, Mazraoui, I don't mind that. Collier, Agate, Ahmad, Kobe, Dorgu, I suppose, even though I haven't watched him properly, and nobody else. That's it. We're going to play with 8 men on the pitch. Yeah, Caster interaction is key and helps the comment. Yeah, but this is why I do lives by myself. Like tomorrow, I think I'm going to go live at like tomorrow I might go live earlier with Alice. So I'll do one with Alice. I don't really want to go live with no one else. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't really know where it is. I just don't. I just prefer talking to you lot. I'll be real. I don't even have subscribers on. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe, people. Don't be a lazy ass. I don't know how many likes. I haven't even asked for likes. 25 of 100. I think Ches is going live, isn't it? Let me check this. Oh, there we go. It says 11:15 p.m. Feb 4th. Okay, I can do that to over there. I think again, before everyone starts leaving, remember, whoever comes across this, the more comments I have after a video finishes, even if you can't be bothered, just comment straight after a live is finished. It does me the world of good. You know, even another like from a burner account does me a world of good. So if anyone wants to be loyal, and give me a comment after, say big up, like good stream, W stream, or opinion piece, or whatever you want to do, then yeah, sick, man. I'm gonna keep growing, man. This is running. I'm telling you now, this is gonna blow up by the summer. So yeah. But bar that, there's not really much else. Oh yeah, key one. It takes about 10 minutes. But I do timestamps. Now I know a new system to do timestamps, because before I would type timestamps as I'm going along and doing lives, but they don't register sometimes with YouTube. And so I was like, timestamps. And it doesn't work. And then, yeah, so now I wait for like 10 minutes, let the video process. 10 minutes later, if you want to come back and watch it or watch a certain piece, there will be timestamps. There'll be about 10 of them. So yeah, man. Oh, Tarek, man, you always pop in with the late ones. Big up, my G. I still can't go over that your scrub club took points of us. Liverpool fan, by the way. Anyways, big up, my man. Big up for the super chat, man. Yeah, I much appreciated. Big up, you're a legend, man. Anyone else wants to support as well, I know some of you do like Solomon gifts out like memberships and obviously super chats and whatnot. So anything's much appreciated. And everyone that does just follow me just because I talk absolute crap. And you know what? I'm going on defense league mode. If someone, I don't give a shit now. If I don't like someone here, like if I don't like the way someone says something about my club, I'm gonna fucking press him now, man. You know, I don't like it. I don't care who they are, man. I'll start arguing again with rants on stream in it. To be fair, me and him have agreed quite a lot. Yeah, me and Rance have agreed on quite a few things. I think weirdly, it's weird, isn't it? Me and Rance are in the same boat with a lot of these things. Like there's nothing to really argue about. I pretty much agree with most of the things he's saying now. He's been writing a couple things. I think I've been writing a couple things. But anybody else, I've noticed these flip flop. I'm gonna fuck. Oh, you know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start clipping these fuckers up. You know, before at the start of the season, yeah, I was clipping every little fucking thing. I'm gonna clip that up. I'm gonna start doing reaction videos. You know what? I'm gonna start doing reaction videos. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna start doing reaction videos. I'm gonna start doing literally. If anyone's got clips for me, I swear down, I would do a reaction to it. I'm gonna call them out little flip flops. Anyways, I'm a flip flop myself at times. I change my mind, but it doesn't mean I can't call it out. But anyways, in a bit, let's go to Chez's stream, see what he's saying. He's probably talking shit. Big up Tarek for the super chat, and big up everyone that has tuned in. We'll be back tomorrow. I can't believe I've been live for 45 minutes talking crap. So yeah, man. Yeah, let's start calling out these fuckers. Let me know which streams to react to as well in the comments. I'll react to it.